make a bomb with a Zeranium payload. That's madness! Do you know the value of Zeranium on the open market? This is quite the whodunit.
想一想啊，我上次打到哪里了？上次我打到哪边了？哦，对哦，招募水管工，我现在应该还没办法招募他。然后有什么事情要做？啊，这个稍晚一点好了。收集线圈。毒气惊魂，收集线圈 ，OK， 那我先收集线圈好了。然后我到这边来，从这边出来，这边还有一个我没进去，顺便从这边，等一下哦，这边好像上不去从这个等高线上来看，这好像是上不去了。好了，我先从这边走好了。我看一下这个任务是。这个任务是毒气惊魂。好，我现在在荆棘岭，稍等我一下。
Hope you're settling into the cognito all right. Got everything you need?
Almost. Ever thought about bringing an Auntie's Choice vending machine on board? I ain't all that agreeable if I'm without my snacks.
I've got to introduce you to this novel appliance, game of a refrigerator. You could store and draw from it without ever paying a bit.
Everyone knows a morsel tastes that much sweeter if you gotta pay a premium for it.
Scraps contain so much nutritional value and basically everything a growing manticore needs. Oh, they're so cute.
Can't say I was expecting to see anyone else in these parts for a good long while. Hello, friend. Welcome to the most beautiful half-built landing platform on all of Dorado. Simple, friend. You see any sergeants barking orders? Any of those spidery crystal critters lurking in the rocks? Any order forces storming the area? No, you do not. The perfect blend of just close enough to the base to be safe, but not close enough for any officers to get nosy. And I still get paid the same as if I was a frontliner. Ah, there's the real beauty of it. They won't. The Order's anti-air guns are a damn sight better than we expected. There's no reason to finish the landing pad on account of nothing can land. Command won't go back to building it until the war is won. Then I'm in no danger of being shot anyways. Maybe I'll even get a promotion for doing such a good job keeping this place safe. The Order gave us permission to keep a single emergency medical evacuation ship nearby. Would have really helped the troopers stationed in the outposts that just got wiped out. You know, if any of them had survived. Although with just one ship, doubtful the contracts of anyone below a captain covers medical expenditure of that level. Oh well. Oh, no doubt about it, friend. They've been blasting our landing craft out of the sky right, left, and center. I can't even imagine the total cost of it all. But as long as my bits keep rolling in, why should I care? Someone else is getting demoted for that, not me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to my favorite pastime, doing absolutely nothing and getting paid for it.
哦，它这边后面有一个升降机啊，可以到上面去啊。我刚刚不知道，我这应该从等一下我想到了，这个升降机好像在那里面好像是故障的，是不是？喜欢这个游戏的另外一个原因就是它有一尘余生的味道。
If you're planning on heading into that cave, I recommend finding some other place to practice your big game hunting. It's a mite dangerous even for pros, let alone amateurs. Fair question. There's too many to take head on. Gotta catch them alone. Stalk them carefully. Turn the hunter into the hunted, one by one. These aren't run-of-the-mill critters. With their razor-sharp claws and gleaming carapace, arachnids possess a terrifying kind of beauty. They really are the apex predator of this world.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Careful! That cave is chock full of arachnids. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Careful! That cave is chock full of arachnids. If I were you.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander. Just get the stick.
Help me end this fight on my feet.
Still up right over there.
It's a brawl. Armed and ready.
Don't make me bury another agent!
Troublemaker approaching.
In business. Liquidator! My aftermarket parts are primed.
这边还没收集完吗？等一下。可是已经没有东西了。
right through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of scientism. An ongoing prolongation of existence advisory remains in effect for all presently transiting the Golden Ridge region. Utmost caution is highly urged. Refugees and travelers report targeted ambushment by desperate pharmaceutical-addled, chemically dehanced societal cast-offs who have succumbed to a life of pilferage and plunder. Auntie's choice troops have been espied bivouacked in trenches crisscrossing the highlands. And although a ceasefire exists, a healthy degree of circumspection remains advised. Newly introduced invasive species deposited here by Auntie's choice have been determined to be territorial, toothsome, and aggressive. Travelers are instructed to closely monitor their surroundings at all times whilst peregrinating outside inhabited areas. Those choosing to heed said forewarnings are predicted to have a 14.7% higher chance of survival.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Function f to the n equaling starting zen. Function fn minus 1 plus the fn minus 2. In all cases that we know, starting where n is so low. Now you know just what to do. Start the cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing to preceding numbers. Gives us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abaasi.
Can't get that anyway. Need something, Commander? Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
1, 2, 3, 5, 8. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Gazing upon the golden spiral, a part that's quite so vital, arcing in a circle motion, giving squares a perfect quotient. 0, 1, 1, and again 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34, we're counting through. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing to preceding numbers. Gives us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abaasi. The Fibonacci sequence is a sequence in which each number is the sum of the two preceding ones. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 1, 44, and so on and so forth. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely preceding numbers. Gives us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrent relation, get us to sequence summation. Preceding numbers. Gives us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrent relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abaasi.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify.
You may think you have tasted a great old-fashioned cocktail, But have you tasted the highest rated old-fashioned ever created? Now you can, with Asymptote Bourbon, consistently rated the best, from the Order of the Ascendant.
Humorous hot beverage mug text recently observed, "Scienticians seek safety in numbers and enlightenment." The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Have a profitable day.
Time to earn...
Spy move! Today's battle cry brought to you by the nutritious punch of Purpleberry Crunch!
Seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
Ever read the Middle Manager Handbook? Really shores up the foundation of your fundamentals.
latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts, and relevant informational details for near present and future calculations. For those of you away in the field or heads down in research during our last shared learning symposium, we offer the following rescreening of Vicar Magsaysay's presentation.
Well,
look alive. Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Of this crucial material. Minute amounts were discovered in the Draconis system. Zeranium wasn't found in significant quantities until the terraforming of Chlorine and Eve. Since then, it's become the principal source for all recognized inhabitants of the system. But it's not without its dangers and lower risk. Efficient utilization took time. Zeranium in its liquid state is volatile and explosive. In its gaseous form, it's toxic to organic material. But in its crystal state, it's practically putty in our hands. Not fully safe, of course. You wouldn't sprinkle Zeranium crystals on your nutrient bars.
Graph's back in business.
Contact. More harvestable in our Zeranium manufacturing. From harvesting liquid Zeranium, crystals to higher yield. Now,
armed and ready.
From laboratories and outposts to craft and weaponry, comparatively safely, and has a greater input to output ratio than any other known form of fuel. So ends this missive.
Continuing as predetermined. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
If I import every integer of an infinite connection into a
Let me handle this.
Oh, no! Slow, Commander.
It's both clear and ambivalent. Love does not compute. If all matter has mass, and thus exerts attraction, could I bear love's weight and measure, or be crushed beneath abstraction? Can I calculate?
我要找一个医疗。我要找一个医疗站，等一下。OK， 这边有一个医疗的。
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Algorithmic thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside this object else.
The meaning of life is numerical, and we are the keepers of the equation.
My time is yours. You may peruse to your heart's content, but do so speedily for my sake.
We hope you enjoyed that melody, while contemporaneously wishing you do not find its tempo, chord progression, form, and/or meter overly distracting.
Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Not worry when things become complicated. You went to school and studied, then matriculated. There's no need to suffer from perplexity in the face of a source of large complexity.
我才收集5个而已，一共要15个。
Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary. We have tools to tame high-order equations. They are useful in problematic occasions. You can take the formula derivative, or use square roots of numbers that are negative. Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary. Calculating the center of gravity of a shape possessing concavity, or a shape with manifold convexity. You can manage any such complexity. Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary. Complexity is partially imaginary.
On this electrifying episode of Notable Locations of Scientific Inquiry, we travel well outside our zone of
fast on a hop.
And I got the time. You trying to time? Time.
Today? No scraps. Hard to scrap.
Troublemaker approaching.
No adrena time. Head hurts bad.
Look alive, Commander.
Taking position so I can take the adrena time.
Real vulnerable.
Got some bad company.
Shush!
Where'd them wires go? I was so scrapped. They was good wires. You ain't take them, cops. No, not me.
Hostiles, Nick.
He's ready, and frankly, pissed off.
Wonder what we'll find in here. Apart from cultists, most likely.
Cowards! You've never bested me without subterfuge!
Raft's raring to go.
Got company, Commander. Friendly guy.
Troublemaker approaching.
我没办法猜，我医学跟工程都没有啊。可是这个游戏还蛮奇怪的，我的同伴里面有一个是有工程学的，很厉害，工程学很厉害，可是我不能叫他来猜这个东西。
Can't just shoot in the thin air.
这个齿轮应该是任务用的，任务物件，黄色的框框。哦，所以这边受到金泽的污染了。把泽金啊，泽金气体的污染。所以我可能要启动一个功能，就是这个气体能量偏转。看样子里面好像还有一个敌人在。
What a hard bargain. Think I prefer my odds with a locked door between us.
If I ever manage to make it out of this barrel!
Sounds like he's fighting for his life in there.
The rift is my gateway to transcendence. My piety is the key. Everything must become...
Oh no! It's... No! Well, there was uranium on my hands when I came in here, and now it's... Why didn't I wash them first? No, I don't think so. I'll just suffer in here for a while longer. Oh, why won't it stop burning?
Rub some ice on it. You'll be all right.
Why does it burn so bad? No, I'm really not. When there was a rain, why didn't I wash them first? Thanks for the preposterously late advice. How about you leave me to endure my pulpy penury in peace? What? No, that's not... Someone help me!
I'll spare anyone who frees me. The rest will die horribly, I promise you that! Release me now, you traitors! Let me out of here!
architect's balls! That was some fine killing! Would have preferred you'd left one or two of those traitorous miscreants for me to sharpen my blade on, but no matter. Serves me right trying to help those sorely lacking in the gray matter. But they rightly paid for their transgression. Betraying someone sent by the exalted leader of the glorious dawn herself warrants a painful death. Name's Azza. You are? We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught. The rifts only seem destructive because we are looking at them from the point of view of imperfect, mortal bodies. To be deconstructed by a rift is to be reborn in perfection. The rifts are a device of the architect to hasten humankind's perfection. They reduce whatever comes into contact with them to mathematically perfect information. We are nothing but that information, but we cannot see that because we exist in a chaotic and disordered reality. The universe is decaying, and our efforts to manage it are futile. The rifts are a perfectly ordered phase of existence. No chaos, no striving, no suffering. Peace and unity with the architect themselves. None whatsoever. All I know is that they were planning on killing me by filling my room with Zeranium gas. I was here to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonder of the rifts. There is one other thing. I have similar business at the N-Ray range. These fools were only part of the contingent that betrayed me. I aim to see them pay the same price. Though maybe with more disemboweling. Your violent tendencies could be of great help to me there, as I'm sure mine could be of service to you. If you deign to take me on, of course. I'm not going to wax poetical with you about my life while there's traitors in serious need of killing. All you need know is that I'm good with a knife. What do you say? Nothing that will live to regret. But it seems like you've already a full contingent with you.
Really, Commander? You're swapping me out for her? All right. When you need someone you can actually trust, you know where to find me.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go kill us some traitors.
多了一个同伴。
can't believe I'm surrounded by idiots. Not you, I mean the other idiots. They betrayed me. They betrayed the Dawn. They need to die. What more is there to know? Who can say what drives those who have clearly lost their minds?
Nope, not touching that bait. I like to keep my insides on my inside. Thank you.
It will be for the swine who betrayed me. Oh, you mean the range itself? It's a site for developing and testing N-ray technology. N-rays can be deadly once processed, and they should be fairly contained, though I wouldn't put it past those fools to have meddled with things beyond their comprehension. I just hope they haven't all gotten themselves killed before I've had a go at them. Such as? Nothing of much worth to tell there. I'd rather hear your story. Why would you accuse me of such? I've nothing to hide. Whatever I do now is sanctified, and the specifics of my past are of no merit. The glorious dawn gave me a new life, and wiped away the old. As I told you, the Dawn know and seek to spread the truth of the rifts. But it is even more than that to me. It is my life. My world used to be devoid of color. Everything was gray. Now everything is vibrant, like the arterial spray of a freshly opened vein. I wholeheartedly concur. Associating with one such as yourself proves it.
开锁要啊，我需要这个高级解码密码，解码密钥啊，开锁要到8啊。我先把这个地方标记起来好了，表示这边有东西要拿。
Look sharp. It's a fight.
Oh, no, fuck!
我怎么觉得未来应该会通过这个裂隙到另外一个地方去？
You're back. Please tell me you've had some luck in finding us compression coils. Lovely. Every coil gets us that much closer to saving these lives. Wonderful. That's just enough to get the first of our auto docks back up and running. Thank you. Still, if you find any more, please bring them my way. It would be marvelous to have spares.
Initiate Carrington, audio log entry, 10. My orders were to watch for the enemy. Specifically, to never break line of sight to my assigned field of view. But I can hear them advancing along the shore to the south. It's fine. Others have been assigned that field of vision. This is the most efficient method of defense. Architect, they're getting closer. Perhaps I'm taking my orders too literally? I'll just peek. No.
4, 4, 5, 9, 2, 3, 0, 7, 8. 1, 6, 4, 0, 6,
have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify.
Eat complex food bars. Every real bar is packaged with an imaginary piece for you to enjoy later.
From the Order of the Ascendant. A roguish comical remark discovered upon a chalkboard.
Let me know when you need it a stretch.
Choice and the Protectorate both count very little. The Order of the Ascendant counts the most. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of the song follows.
Sharp enough.
Interested in receiving
Hostiles
our
nearby.
weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Either restore my life or event.
Never let a locked door stop us before. Let's look for another way in.
This is just sloppy. If I wasn't already here to kill all these traitorous fools, I'd be forced to use one or two as an example to the rest.
We can hear those wrinkly little grub fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
Stop your silliness, fool! The only ones losing body parts around here today are you and your traitorous friends.
.36 cubed, divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by, is it 30 or, oh, hello. Look at the state of this poor fool. They just left her bleeding out? Exsanguination is an art. Where's the precision, the pride in their work? This is just embarrassing. There's a cultist behind you. Wait, surely she isn't with you. Fine. Just please keep her away from me. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's like a wire stretched beyond its breaking point. Never a harsh word to anyone, but being in his presence, well, it's as if his stress is infectious. Best not to push him. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds.
Please, with the way my so-called brethren are comporting themselves, he's more likely to die of boredom. If I was in charge here, all of you'd be dead. He soon will be.
Yes. I'm sure you'll kill them quite well. The crazed cultist, people like your friend here, have been sowing destruction throughout the range for days. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. You can attempt such, but if my current state is any indication, the cultists are unlikely to be sporting with you. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays.
Their actions are inexcusable. Science allows us to unveil the wonder of the rifts. We do not disrespect it. Now, is there any science around here we can use to find and kill them?
It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We've an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, the cultists still give off N-rays. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening.
voice of reason. Auntie's choice just suffered an involuntary 15% reduction in workforce, an unfortunate surprise to all personnel. Something that would never happen with the Order, where our predictions help guide our people's lives with peak efficiency from cradle to grave. Stay tuned for what follows.
There's the Unray scanning device the scientist was talking about.
It's been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
It's not enough to say you think so without defending your position. We won't accept a hunch or feeling, an idea based on intuition. Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, just deduce it. A proof is a deducible argument that removes any confusion or a mathematical equation, logically guaranteeing the conclusion using inference and logic.
And are you about? I'm locked. Got my lamps on an
Grid is my gateway to transcendence. My piety is the key.
Just take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, just deduce it. Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, just deduce it. Show us how it works. What's the basic proof? Let's show how it works. Here's a basic proof. The sum of two even numbers. This you can believe it. The sum of two even numbers always comes out even. A very proven proof. That is how it works. That's a basic proof. Can you give another one more basic proof? When a triangle exists with an angle that is right, square their shorter sides, shorter base and height. The sum of those squares will always be of use as the square of the longest side, the hypotenuse. A very proven proof. You think you know it all. The answer's in your heart. Unless you show the proof, your theory will be picked apart. Your theory will be picked apart. Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, just deduce it. Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, just deduce it. If you cannot prove it, take your theory and remove it. You must
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension.
Nice job, Commander. Seems that scanner really did the trick.
Monitor your step when traversing between academical appointments. Do not read and walk. The localized dimensional tears known as rifts are lethal to pedestrian traffic. They also attract...
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
If you must operate near or adjacent to said conspicuous dimensional disturbances, please take additional care. Eyes forward, noses out of academic journals.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Unfriendly company. They're mine.
Determined to facilitate cognition. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
You there, you must leave. Is that a cultist with you?
Don't worry. I'm not like these idiots running around here haplessly. If I was here to kill you, it would be no random thing. You'd know it. Are we here to kill this guy, Commander?
You're here to stop me. But if I'm stopped, the consequences will be exponential. Oh, I don't expect people like you or Augustine to understand. My work is humane and must be finished. All else is secondary. You must remove yourself from the range. I don't want your blood on my hands, but I will spill it if you force me. No, don't you understand? If my work is forestalled in any way, so many more will suffer. And I am already much too far behind. I have been forced to enact measures for self-defense in the wake of these cultists. They will serve just as effectively against you. I beg you, leave immediately. Remain, and you will assuredly suffer a violent demise.
song was odd because it is the number 3 song this week. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this.
With your distantness.
Get to the point and do not vacillate.
Got troublemaker.
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near present and future calculations. Fellow Ascendant, Order of the Ascendant.
Finally, I understand true transcendence.
Ourselves have reserved of Fort Endurance, disabling of the tramicular, and a 17.9% reduction in effective sleep cycles per evening. But before you succumb to a sense of malaise that undermines cognitive function, take heart from these additional, sharply contrasting data points. Our efforts to solve remain unabated. Extraction continues at Zeranium Manufactory 7, as does research at the N-Ray range. Remember, just as our calculations allow for a predictable range of error, so do we. Our work continues.
end message with an emphatic sign-off such as, "You'll never be sad when you have solutions." Oh, but not to be read aloud.
Further benefit follows. Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never be.
Function app to the lane are starting Zen. Function app and
Look at the sad little sprat in his corrugated metal cage. Why don't you unlock the door and come out, sprat? Nobody's here.
it's Fibonacci, a sequence receiving numbers gives us a map that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci.
Look sharp. It's a fight.
Having fun.
That wasn't intentional.
You, friend of friends, are a greater...
Golden spiral, a particle quite so vital, arcing in a circle motion. Giving squares perfect quotient, 0, 1, 1, and again. 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34, we're counting through. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely it's Fibonacci from Liber of Asi. The Fibonacci sequence is a sequence of the sum of the two preceding ones. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 1, 44, and so on and so forth. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing to receiving numbers gives us math that ends us wonders. Define the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. Receiving numbers gives us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber of Asi.
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically voracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
You too can reach the pinnacle of refreshment with Omega Point Tea. Available in standard and recaffeinated versions. A taste this transcendent can only be formulated by the Order of the Ascendant.
Always remember, every moment, every minute calculation brings us closer to solving the universal equation. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
We were once two separate points. We had no connection till the aim of the order gave us no direction. Then we were parallel such close proximity. And then one day our eyes did meet, and fate set into motion that telltale surge of dopamine and increased oxytocin, so adrift within a flood of hormonal persuasion, I shall share with you now my heart's complex equation.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, music. Join the Order of the Ascendant and experience the beauty and elegance of the Grand Plan. You'll never forget your first higher-order logarithmic differentiation. What happens next may surprise you, but not us. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by. United and ready should conflict recommence. Why, simply recall the precision of our air defenses against low-flying craft. Augmented by Sears technology combined with the deft skills of our executives. This keen partnership not only forced our rapacious rivals to drop supplies from high orbit, but sent their ground troops scampering into scattered lines of hastily dug trenches. So much for their baseless conjecture that bookish theoreticians, a tidier paraphrasing of their colorful invective, couldn't hold their own on the battlefield.
In closing, a potentially incongruent word of advice. Invariably find a way to turn your negatives into positives.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency is fun. Now for a new song.
The color chromospectral analysis. When asked about the average color of space, the famous stellar cartographer Newton Otisgard replied, no hesitation, beige. Too experienced lumen astronomers, his answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating, with their faces contorted into a rictus of ignorance. Wouldn't the average color be black or white, or simply a shade of gray? No. No, it would not. The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars. To understand all of this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The typical piece of non-heated matter absorbs most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it, including light, infrared, and radio emissions. And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of that reflection is its color. However, most stellar objects generate far more radiation than they absorb, so they can be modeled as an idealized object, which is assumed to absorb 100% of all electromagnetic radiation and re-emit some based on its temperature and position. Stellar stellar composition determines what packets of light will be emitted, while stellar temperature determines the frequency of light and hence what portion of the spectrum that light is in. Low temperature emission is mostly infrared and not visible to us without proper interpretation, which I need not describe here. As the stellar body's temperature increases, its emitted light shifts up into visible light.
I never wanted this situation to escalate like this. You must understand. But now, all that I wanted is cast to the wind. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. Because the Order cannot be hindered by war or by compromise. Any obstacles must be removed, as much as I regret the need to do so. If De Vries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth.
He partitions his astronomical field of view into grids, then tag each object in the grid.
The dead regret nothing.
As black would only view. The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed into the central tabulator for computation. The subsequent spectral analysis produced a final answer to within 0.5% of
the predicted value.
为什么会掉到那个里面去？
Electromagnetic radiation.
And re-emit some based on its temperature and composition. Stellar composition determines what packets of light will be emitted, while stellar temperature determines the frequency of light and hence what portion of the spectrum that light is in.
I never wanted this situation to escalate like this. You must understand. But now, all that I wanted is cast to the wind. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. Because the Order cannot... If De Vries does not receive my explosive... I thought this explosive vest would be an... The dead regret...
I think the listeners could easily draw this trivial conclusion for themselves. But if I must... It's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and or reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. There is no naturally occurring stellar composition that emits solely packets of green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference. No such evidence of any kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to Newton Odiscard, the famous stellar photographer. The methodology of the Odiscard's chrome spectral survey was straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids, then tagged each object in the grid. He ignored empty regions, as black would only dim the color and not change its subject of view. The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed into a central tabulator for computation. When spectral analysis produced a final answer to within 0.5% of the predicted value. And that result was beige. More specifically, in the cylindrical coordinate model of color space, the hue is 42 degrees, while the saturation is near 9%, and the value is a full 100%. In more novice terms, while the color tends towards white, the addition of a variety of reds and some blues results in a more beige tone. And there you have it. So go forth, neophytes. And as you study your lessons, stare at the nondescript walls of your library, classroom, or dormitory facility, and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of the universe.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify.
Reach the pinnacle of refreshment with Omega Point Tea. Available in standard and recaffeinated versions. A taste this transcendent can only be formulated by the Order of the Ascendant.
Humorous hot beverage mug text recently observed, scienticians seek safety in numbers and enlightenment. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
Generating primes, techniques, and uses.
I'm pretty sure we've killed every traitor in this place. Didn't we? What do you think?
Please continue to enjoy the background music, which I have...
Yes! Still more traitors to taste my blade!
My name is Edmund Vandersmythe, and I am the Senior Tenured Laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics for the Order of the Ascendant. Today's lecture will focus on the generation of prime numbers, techniques, and uses thereof. I know. Prime numbers? Why so simplistic? Well, consider this a basic refresher course in remedial numismatics for those new to the Order. I will start by explaining what a prime number is, despite the fact that you should have learned that definition decades ago, while still in diapers. But no matter. I have been called many things, and repetitiously one of them. I have also been called redundant several times, and once I was called reiterative, if you can believe that. So, prime numbers. What are they? The simplest definition is this. Given the set of natural numbers greater than 1, let's call that set n2, then a prime is any number in the set n2 that is not itself a product of two other numbers in the set n2. A simple definition.
Look out, Commander! Don't make me avenge you!
Almost ascendant, you could say, but not redundant. Side note, I am frequently asked, why isn't 1 a prime number since nothing can divide it other than itself? And the answer is simple, you silly lay person. Because with such an inclusion to the definition of a prime number, then nothing else would be a prime number. And then what good are prime numbers? Wait, you ask, what good are prime numbers? Why would we want to... Set n2. Then a prime is any number in the set n2 that is not itself a product of two other numbers in the set n2. A simple definition. Elegant, even uplifting, almost ascendant, you could say, but not redundant. Side note, I am frequently asked, why isn't 1 a prime number since nothing can divide it other than itself? And the answer is simple, you silly lay person. Because with such an inclusion to the definition of a prime number, then nothing else would be a prime number. And then what good are prime numbers? Wait, you ask, what good are prime numbers? Why would we want to find and use prime numbers? There are all kinds of abstract number theory applications, and that should and would be sufficient reason to want them. But there are also, how should I say, practical applications, such as maintaining the security of bit cartridges. In fact, our archive uses primes for that reason and many more. The archive incorporates prime numbers for storage and retrieval on its ultra-efficient system of data bricks.
Where are you going? Our task here is yet unfinished. There are still traitors. I suppose you know what you are doing, but we'll need to return eventually to...
But if you strive to become a numismatics researcher, there are several open questions in the area of prime number study. One such question is this. Is every even member of the set N2 besides 2 a sum of 2 primes? It seems to be so. But no one has ever proven this conjecture. Similarly, Are there an infinite number of prime pairs that differ by only 2 in their value? That seems unlikely, but we have been unable to find an upper limit. Perhaps you could discover one of these proofs and become the next senior tenured laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics for the Order of the Ascendant. Such a lofty, and dare I say, elegant goal. Good disquisitions to you all, and good day.
Sharpen up.
Take the heat off you, Commander. Just say win.
Damn it! We've killed every traitor in this place, but their treasonous scum of a hierarch wasn't among them. The leader of a cell. In this case, that would be Ziegler. And extinguishing him is obviously our next priority. They were operating under his orders. But since he wasn't here to lead them in person, they would have maintained regular contact using one of our communication devices. I saw one of them earlier. We should go see what information it will yield to us. I'll mark your map with its location. 51029. Not possible. No target to gut. I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your theses.
Victor wasn't exactly the partner in crime I envisioned DeVries to have. Someone with a little more grit. That man back there? Reckon a tough crossword puzzle would have eventually sent him over the edge, even if we hadn't come along. I don't envy anyone in the Order's janitorial sciences. They're gonna have a hell of a time scraping him off the walls, and the floors, and the ceiling. You ever wonder what might have happened if DeVries had let us in on her initial plan? Surely we wouldn't have been taken in by her rhetoric like Victor. Right? Hotshot Earth Directorate agent swoops in to liberate your colony, sets you on a new exciting path, and you're telling me you wouldn't have been a bit smitten? No, yeah, of course. Stupid question. It's just, I look at someone like Victor and see the trap I might have fallen into. True, but DeVries is still DeVries. She's good at deconstructing folks, uncovering their points of failure. She'd have known I had my heart set on being a hero. After Triangulum, all I wanted was to do for other colonies what Augustine had done for mine. Still do, if I'm honest. I will say, it's a lot easier to do just that nowadays. With you around, that is. Thanks for letting me wax for a bit. We can get back to what we were doing now. Unless there was something else you needed.
Continuing as predetermined. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
The spread, illnesses, and eventual control of the purple berry parasite. OA Archive transcription number 3918-4 begins here. Hello. For the record, my name is Marie de Rothschild, Junior Archivist, Class 4 of the Archive. Today, I would like to talk about irresponsible spread of the purple berry parasite by Auntie's Choice and its numerous subsidiaries.